possibly.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like we got some kind of a technical issue. It looks like we're going to have a notepad here playing against a folder in Windows.
Yeah, but we are coming back.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back. And let's see, the set that we're going to be paying attention to now is Gash plus Night Eagles versus Intense Honking. So who's Gash plus Night Eagles?
Night Eagle is a Taiwanese team. It's pretty old tournament team, but they are famous on another game, another shooting game, And they're doing really nice on another game, but on the World Tank, on the first season, they are number 2. But the tournament rule is quite different. So on that season, maybe you can reach the top 2 by, I cannot say that by lucky, but they are not that experienced team on that time.
Okay.
And after that, we got a new tournament system, a new rule, so they are not doing that good on the first season, second season. But this one, on this season, we have a new rule again, and they got new sponsorship, so they're trying to come back. But I have checked the record and also checked the replay file. I have to say they are not doing really good. Like a new team, compared to even the number is a new team. I cannot say they're doing good, but relatively.
Well, I mean, like they're always getting money.
Yep.
They're always winning money. Come on, that's good in my eyes. Come on.
Okay, but no, the number is a new team, but they still much into the grand final. But compared to a Night Eagle, it's still a really lack of experienced team. I would say that. But the enemy is in Intense Honking. I think there's at least 50% members they come from other tournament team, so they are quite experienced. But they have to have a new commander as that guy, and they need more coordination for a new team. If they can do that, great. They will perform like an old team. That's okay.
Wow. So Death Skies, wasn't he on Team Efficiency?
He's a member from Team Efficiency, but before that, he is the commander from the Insidious Gaming. Also, is a really famous old team, but they are dismissed.
All right. So they basically disbanded. That's one way to look at it. So I'm wondering when we're going to hop into this next game. I think that's the real question. I mean, how's everything look over there on your computer, Alpha? Like your observer position computer?
Okay.
Everybody's
I'm not invited in the room yet. Wait a minute. I'm in now.
All right. So it looks like everyone's just about loaded up in that room and about ready to go. But wait, too many T1s.
Yeah, we got a 1A3, a tier 10 tank.
All right. Well, personally, like I don't know what you've already got a tier 9, right, Alpha?
Oh yeah.
What do you
Yak
have?
Tiger.
The what?
Yak Tiger?
Yeah, I love
Why
that
you choose
tank.
this one?
Oh, it's a very good tank. I loved it.
What about your
why
tier
not
8?
choose the E75 or
Well, I have the Tiger 2 right now, so I'm working my way into the E75.
E75 is good, and another one is
The mouse, the 45.01A.
Yeah,
Made in Germany.
4502B.
Oh, yeah, that's a tier 9 tank, right?
4502B. Yeah, tier 9 tank, and it's really OP right now.
Oh, yeah, they buffed it. They buffed it.
Yeah, super buff.
So wait, what was your first tier 8?
My first tier 8?
Yeah.
It should be the J Panther 2. That's my first tier 8 tank, and I have another tier 8 tank. It's Ice 8. But no, Ice 3.
Ice 3 is
Oh, okay.
tank.
Isn't that made in Russia?
Yeah, that's right.
There we go. Okay.
There's vodkas inside.
Right. So how many times you get hit in the front side with that, and then you find your turret popping off like?
Well, sometimes.
Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It can drive you crazy, especially those random battles games, right?
Yeah.
I mean, a little bit less coordination. Have you ever played 7 versus 7?
I played I think it's 10 versus 10. The team.
Oh, tank company.
Yeah, tank company.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, with my clan.
Sounds like some pretty good stuff.
only once.
It's pretty fun. You got a commander and tell you how to do it. It's not like random battle. Random battle, everybody do themselves. Somebody in Russia just died. I gotta play next one, so goodbye.
Right.
Yeah, I had those guys.
I mean, if this is your first time watching the stream, I'm gonna have to throw this out there. I'm working my way up the French tank line presently. I'm trying to get the AMX 5100 as well as the AMX 1390. I'm thinking those, the auto loaders. For sure. I want to see how they stack up in comparison to each other.
Yep.
And also on the American tank line, I'm working my way into getting the T-32. Right now I got the T1 Heavy, and it's so painfully slow. It really is. And I still have the 3-inch cannon on it, only the 3-inch cannon. The 299?
But you don't have the less engine, right?
Huh?
Upgrade.
Upgrade
To less engine.
I don't think so, because I believe I bought the the T1 Heavy, just like maybe day before yesterday, and I haven't had enough time to.
Okay, it's stuck, I think.
Yeah.
Every tank stuck, it's really suck.
It really is.
Normally, normally stuck tank is really, painful.
Oh, it is. It is. I want to say that the ELC or not ELC, excuse me, the AMX-12 though, which I bought yesterday, is actually quite tolerable. I just had to replace the suspension first, but it looks like we're about ready to hop into this game right now.
Yeah, great.
Oh,
We don't have a map selection.
do we? Uh-oh.
Whatever.
All right, so
Maybe they're gonna show that.
three T69s and AMX 1390 coming out from Honk, and what else do they have in there, Alpha? There's an, oh boy.
Not show up yet.
There's 2 AMX 1390s for Honking and 3 T69s.
Yep,
for
that's
Honking.
right.
But
Yep.
what do we have for, let's see, the enemy team, Gas Plus?
Wait, wait a minute. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah.
7. There's 8 players of intense honking inside the room right now.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Okay. And,
Yeah, I think they'll fix it.
But I mean, just look at the tank selection right now from Gash Plus. If we examine that for the time being, we've got a single T69, 2 T32s, an AMX 1390,
And another AMX 1390.
another AMX 1390. So I mean, the 2 T32s, those are not auto loaders, correct, Edison?
Yeah.
Not auto loaders.
It's a heavy tank with really nice torrent.
Right, and we're talking about a lot of armor that we're gonna have to see, AMX 1390's light tanks trying to punch through. Alternatively, they will have the mobility over their opponents as well as the speed to get away if they get caught in sticky situations. But I mean, to be perfectly honest, I'm kind of leaning towards saying Gash Plus has the better loadout, but at the same time, we haven't seen the tactics from either side just yet. We do not, Desk Guys. He's a pretty solid commander. Would you say that?
Yep. But on this match, if the desk guy trying to put the one M13 on the hill, I mean the lighthouse, and on that moment the T32 cannot offer any support on the frontier because of it's too slow. And after someone set on the lighthouse, on the lower part, any enemy on the lower part, they gonna be punishment, I think. So normally we didn't see the T32 because of he cannot offer the support on time. So if the desk guy can catch this point, he can win this one very easy.
Real quick while we're going into the loading screen graphic, huge shout out to the guys at One Blood for watching the stream. They don't have a game to play tonight, but those guys have been teaching me more and more gradually about the game, and the TPS TeamSpeak is really fun to hang out in. It really is. All right, here we are. We're getting into Cliffs, and the first game, this is my favorite map because it seems like we never see anything that's slow paced.
Yep. Whatever, we got a 7 minutes right now, no team can stand there. Okay.
All right, so here we are, spawning to the north side. It's going to be Gash Plus, and to the south side we've got Team Intense Honking. All right.
Okay. The Niagara also have new member this season, or they change your ID. But if they didn't change your ID, they maybe have at least 3 more new member here.
All right. Now it looks like we got basically the standard setup, I guess you could say. No real deviation, if you will, thus far. We've got 2 T1 Cunningham setting out to the west end of the map.
Yeah.
And it looks like 2 AMX 1390s arrived very early, coming from Night Eagles. I don't know about this right now. I mean, it looks like they're about to get sandwiched. They could get caved in on. I think ideally this would probably be a good time for Honking to rush in there and take them down.
Yeah, the up here as well. Totally correct. But then the up here, I think it's up there.
Now I can see, what they're trying to do is entirely transparent. They actually want to get vision for their teammates. And right now, the coordinated fire coming from Night Eagles isn't too hot, but coming down the hill now, Gas Plus, he took some friendly fire there, didn't he?
No, only one.
His teammate hit him by
Yeah, only
accident.
one.
Oh man, and now he's out of the game. But I mean, even so, that's really critical.
Yeah.
But we still got Gash Plus here to scout for his teammates, and this, ouch, wow. That is a lot of damage that we see Hank's taking there.
Yeah. But the Gash Plus, I mean the Night Eagle team, they have to push forward by the T-32. If the T-32 keeps stay on low power, you know, that's useless. You don't have to choose T-32. You should choose the T-69. But if they choose T-32, they will have to forward and show up current to attack enemy.
Alright, so here we go. Hanks looks like he's probably going to fall back here relatively soon.
I think audio gonna down after the M30 know he is here.
Maybe. Let's see how this pans out. Okay, nice hit there.
Yeah.
It looks like my initial prediction was incorrect. I actually thought there's going to be Honking in for a lot of trouble. But T69s and 1390s are doing a lot of damage to this 2T32 team.
Wow, Lasha. No, he's reload.
Next one could take him out of the game.
No, he's reload. We don't have a mod right now, but I guess we do. Because if he is not reload, yeah, now one already, this one already died.
I know, and the reload time, the reload time on that AMX 1390 is chaotic. If you take a hit to your ammo rack, you're looking at 80 seconds of reload time. What about the T69 reload time?
T69 is 24 seconds, but if you got
that is not good. 3 members of Night Eagles were just taken down all in the same second. We've got intense honking on fire this game without losing a single tier 8.
Yeah.
And it looks like what's this guy's name? Ned Jojo is doing exactly, basically the only thing he can do right now, try and get the capture. And that's probably going to make a good bait for his teammate to try and come in and do some counterplay. But at the same time, I think he's been spotted. Tank's driving out to his direction already.
Yeah, they know where he is.
Yeah, he's getting surrounded right now. It's 4 versus 1, and he's going YOLO swag style on this game. All right, so he might have a chance if he can play this out right with the.
Whoa!
Oh man, I thought he was gonna go hide down the hill. He just got track shotted. Man.
Okay.
No, it's no JoJo versus the world.
Yeah.
1 versus 6. And he's being chased down by.
Oh, missed!
It was a track shot.
Yeah, track shot.
Okay, that was an AMX 1390 that got the kill.
Okay.
There we go. So Honking comes out on top in this game in definitive fashion. I mean, it was kind of counterplayed meta, I guess you could say. T32s, they just didn't get there as quickly as they should have, if that makes sense.
But it already, it's a heavy tank. It cannot do too much faster. But I think this guy make the right decision. Send one M13 uphill and trying to shoot them. Shoot those lower ground part and trying to scout everyone. Where is it? So after they spotted T32, other M13 and T69 just shoot them behind the brush. So they cannot see those sniper. So the 2 T32 get a lot of punishment there.
Right, and I feel like it's tank composition doesn't make the difference to say at the very least. But I mean, like, honestly speaking, just from a layman's perspective, it was. I felt like when we saw those 2 AMX 1390s reaching the center hill and going up it just a little bit, I couldn't help but feel like this is 2 goldfish swimming in a tank full of piranhas. Like, that's just what it felt like from my perspective.
Okay.
But I don't know. Let's see what Death Skies and his team has in store for us in game number 2 after this short break. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to game number 2 between Intense Honking and Gash Plus Night Eagles. Thinking this is going to be pretty good. I mean, game number 1 between these guys is certainly something that I didn't really see coming from the start, to be honest, because you know, this guy, he's one of those names. I mean, he was on Team Efficiency previously, right?
Yeah.
Well, didn't they make second prize at the Wargaming League finals for season 1 in Korea?
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering, you know, what motivated to leave him? What motivated him to leave his team? You know?
I don't know either, but you know, the DPS, the clan called the DPS, they have 3 tournament teams.
Right.
Yeah.
One Blood, Team Efficiency, and
this one, the Hunk.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. How could
Maybe
it be that
he wants to be a commander.
Yeah.
If in the team efficiency, no one can shift the coming side.
Alright. Well, Himmelsdorf, definitely one of the less forgiving maps out there, because if you overextend just a little bit too much, you can be taken out very easily.
Yep.
There's no cover, which means once you've been spotted, you have to get behind. Well, I don't want to say there's no cover. I want to say there's no camouflage.
Okay.
And it looks like our production team has the Made in Taiwan label stacked on them right now.
Okay.
If we can just get to the right screen, that would be absolutely fantastic. There we go. Okay. Hashtag Made in Taiwan, guys.
Okay. Oh, the Gash Plus choose a T30. Maybe we didn't see any T32 on that season. Not only that season, I mean, after season 1, I didn't see any T32 here.
Alright.
So if the Gash Plus choose a T32, either they gonna have amazing strategy or they lack of tank.
Lack of tanks. What do you mean? They all have.
They don't have the I3 or M50. You know, some members. This one is the Hank, or no, not Hank.
But Wargaming gave them all, you know, accounts for tournaments.
Yeah,
right?
but you know, if he never drive the I3 or M50 on the tournament, you cannot ask him to drive that. He cannot make a lot of problem there. I think.
Okay.
Or he got some new strategy there. I'm not sure, but a T32 is not that good to fight him on Hemstorf or Ensk, you know.
Okay, well, let's see how this pans out. We can already see the Haku is
yeah.
right in position. He's trying to make sure that his team isn't going to get blindsided from the south, but of course the rest of his team is there as well. I think the more appropriate way to put it is that the other T1 Cunningham, Honking International.
I saw the Hunk like a boss. Do you see that?
Yeah, honk like a boss.
The Hunk like boss is a Griffin.
Honk like a sir.
It's a Griffin.
Okay, so I'll just call him sir and boss from now on.
Hunk like a sir. Is a sir?
Ingrid, Fluffy Brit.
Sir, it's Sicky.
Okay, I'm gonna have to see these names a little bit more closely.
Like a sir.
Yeah,
okay.
they can choose their name for the tournament account.
Okay,
So
it's a Siki.
Yeah.
And Hunk like boss is a Griffin.
Mhm.
Okay, that's really funny. Oh, and Nisa changed his name, become Chin.
Chin?
Chen. Chin is a Nisa.
Nisa.
Mm.
All right.
Okay.
Nisa is a really is also a famous guy on the Insidious gaming, but after the Insidious they dismissed. We didn't see him on Team Efficiency or other teams.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry. Who did we see win game number 1? Was it Intense Honking?
Yeah.
Okay,
That's right.
there we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my mistake. It just seemed like they switched the colors this game around. Did they?
Yeah, that's right. They switched the colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why I was confused for a moment. Okay. So, wait a minute.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy's in a bit of trouble. Honking intensifies.
Yeah, it's a Nisa.
He's about to get surrounded there, but about to have CKSBBNE.
Yeah.
Turning the corner here.
Commander.
There he is. He's out of the game. Oh wait, what was that? What? He just took damage.
Yep.
Oh, that was a huge snipe shot coming from our B4 there.
Yep.
Nice shot by Death Guys. All right.
Okay. They push from the east part. Normally, it's not that wise. On this map, if they push from center and trying to use T1 to capture, attract an enemy, it's not that hard to win. But if they move like this one, maybe they'll get out of trouble there. Okay, they turn to the middle. That's okay. That's better, I think. But the problem is the tank on the A8. How to deal with the I3. There is a window.
Guys could be in a lot of trouble here. Does he actually know where the enemy team is, or does he have? Does he have? Oh no, he's got tunnel vision.
Yeah, right now.
He's getting piled in on right here. I don't think there's any getting out of this position that he's in right now.
Yeah, but there's support fire out back.
Yeah, if he turns the wrong corner, he's actually got some excellent coordinated fire. Him and the rest of his teammates. He's dealing out so much damage in the way of like literally almost thousands. It looked like he dealt out onto Gash plus CKS 8, CKS BB, and now it looks like Area and he is down to about half of his HP as well. They're going for the capture, but I mean with the present positioning that they have right now, I don't know if it can be done or not.
No, not possible. They cannot all die there.
Yeah, and we've got two heavies doubling back from the D5 line, and they're just getting hooked line and stinkered at this point. Capture circle's time is going higher and higher, but at the same time, ouch! There's the first fall of the tier 8s coming from Night Eagles. IS3's got to reload. This guys, this is looking pretty well executed, and I want someone to call the police right now because Night Eagles are getting murdered.
Wow.
There we go. With that, we see Area falling out, and it's up to those last two tanks to pull out a miracle, but I don't think it can or cannot be done. Or I don't think it can be done at this stage. Guy's is feeling so confident right now, he's going to pop out from his window, or at least consider it for a moment.
Ooh, it's penetrate.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is not so good.
Boom.
Boom.
Whoa.
Nice cover fire. Nice cover fire from his teammate's dead body. But of course, in the background, even if he could get out of this, there's no way he could reset the capture at the south side of the map.
Okay.
All right. Well, there it is.
Again, I have to say that any team, the Night Eagle team, is really sort of lack of experience. They can turn to middle. That's okay. But I say that before the tank on the A7 and A8 will get big trouble because they cannot face the I3 only show up turret. They cannot penetrate, and the two tank is MS50. MS50 is really easy to be penetrated, and they just show up there and trying to shoot your torrent.
Yeah.
It's really.
It's I mean, that's one reason why Guys was alive for so long.
Yeah.
Through the window, the only thing that could hit was that turret. And again, I mean, just reversing and returning fire. Guys was just holly and jolly in that little window. He's like, yep, boom. Oh, you want to shoot me in the turret? Well, boom. Here it goes. It's gonna bounce off of my forehead.
Yeah.
All right. So I mean, that was. I don't know what else to say, but why? I mean, that's just well executed from start to finish. Intense Honking used their 1 point advantage from start to finish. They're like, come and get us because we don't need to come and get you.
Yeah, right.
And I think that's the way it's going to be for the next potentially final game.
Yeah, I think they can camp again, but I do remember the next map is the mice. So if they gonna use the same strategy like Comics used, maybe if they use that, I really wonder how Nigo can break that.
It's going to be a tough cookie to crack. I mean, not only do they have to win this next game coming up, they're going to have to win the next game and the next game after that if they want to bring this to at least a 3-0. But if they can somehow manage to pull out a draw between both teams, that's 3-3. There will not be any assault mode game played. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
So that means both teams get 1 point, and we call it the end of the series.
Yep.
All right, so we'll be back after this short break. Hi guys, we're about to get game number 3 underway. Now that we're here, we're back. This is the Gold Series. Alright, so let's get a look at this. 2 T32s, an AMX 1390 from Gash Plus, as well as a T69. And what's the last one that they got, Alpha, that we can't quite see on screen?
They have 3 T32. Oh, you mean
Gash Plus?
Hunk or Gash?
Gash.
Gash, the last one is the M13.
Okay,
Yeah, that's right.
2 AMX 1390s, a T32, or excuse me, 2 T32s and a T69 coming out from Night Eagles. And I'm sorry, was that Night Eagles or Honking?
Night Eagles.
That's a Night Eagle.
All right, so what does Honking have here?
Honking have 3 T32 with just 2 M13.
Well, I mean, if you want to look at it this way, I mean, you said it yourself. The T69 is meant specifically to take down the AMX 1390, correct, Edison?
Yep.
So, I mean, if you want to look at it from that perspective, I guess you could say, once you leave tactics and everything else out of the game, you could say that what we have coming from Night Eagles is meant to counterplay what we have coming from Team Intense Honking for the time being, right? You could look at it from that perspective if you leave out tactics and everything else.
Okay. Let me check it. Okay.
Spawning to the north side, it would of course be Intense Honking, and the south side this time around is Gash plus Night Eagles. Looks like both sides are trying to rush for that middle hill.
No, not really. The Enhanced Honking cannot defend here only.
No, it's Night Eagles that's going to defend the hill. They got into it.
Yeah, the up here, but you know, the Enhanced Honking only want to defend there. You know, they don't want to push here.
Okay.
And they use it because of they already send it through M13 on the west side.
Oh, that's right. Okay,
So now that's possible to uphill, but they gonna trying to sniping them from K3. The problem is how do they reach there? If they if someone
you mean H3,
them,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone on the H3 will spot the west part, but the plan for this guy is he gonna reach the K2 and try to sniping the T32 on the E5. But if someone found them, you know, the Night Eagle gonna rush the T32 first. So he have to be very cautious there.
All right, let's get a look at the way things are panning out for the time being. So we got Audio taking a shot. N60 took a shot as well. And in the center, of course, we do have Gash plus Night Eagles basically in possession of the center of the map. That basically dictates the entire flow of this game. But as you said earlier, Intense Honking doesn't want to rush. That made me completely forget the fact that they already have a 2-point lead. Night Eagles have to play into the hand of Honking in this game. Right?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe that's why they choose 3 T32, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, they don't need a speed. They want to defend.
That's right. I mean, and I like the positioning that they have right now. If any one of those tanks falls from their team, they immediately know where to collapse into. They immediately know how to play into that kind of scenario. And we've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds for Gash plus Night Eagles to really make something happen here. And it looks like...
but if the Night Eagle push right now, maybe, I said maybe, they cannot win this one, you know, because they have 5 tanks on hill, but the Intense Honking only have 3.
And something that slipped my eye this entire time was that N60 just took a boatload of damage, just tons of damage. He's on life support right now.
Yep.
Okay. And I feel like maybe I don't completely understand why this hasn't been done yet, but why don't the 2 heavy tanks from Night Eagles double around back to say E7, E6, and then, or excuse me, E7 to D6, and then try and flank the 2 tanks that are there from Intense Honking? Why don't they try to do that?
Yeah, normally we don't use a T32 to flank him because it's too slow, you know.
Right.
If your enemy didn't see you there, they're gonna guess you know, maybe you shift to somewhere, you know.
Okay. I mean, that sounds like a legitimate assessment. I mean, and if you check out the positioning of those 2 AMX 1390s, that will totally expose their rears to the AMX 1390s, and they just have to speed in after that.
Yeah, but the real problem for the Nigel is they already know some M13 on the West Island. I just wonder why not they push together, use the 5 tank and push up. You got a great chance there, but if you just stand there, you cannot win this one. There is only 3 minutes.
They got to make something happen. I mean, that's the unfortunate fact of the matter. That's the situation. But if they sit there and do nothing, as you said, then nothing happens in return. And as Einstein said before, repeating insanity is the definition of insanity is repeating yourself over and over and over again, and expecting different results. There we go. They're piling into it, and I kind of like the positioning here because the AMX 1390s from the Lighthouse aren't going to quite be able to help out here. That's a lot of damage that we see like a boss taking, and Deskai is not far behind him. It looks like area will fall shortly, but now we can already see that the AMX 1390s from the Lighthouse are doubling around. The first victims have already fallen, and the AMX 1390s are now repositioning themselves appropriately. This is not looking too good right now.
Yeah. And the T-69 is reloading right now. He cannot offer any support fire here.
Yeah, there we go. There's another one that falls, but who on earth was it just now? It was actually the first casualty of intense honking. They still have, a tank lead. They're keeping their coordinated fire really well. 808 damage going off of Deskai. Looks like he might fall relatively soon if the next shot is the one that takes him out of the game. But now we can see it's going to be CKSBB. Gash plus milk. That's one AMX 1390 and 2 T1 Cunninghams. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. They don't have a chance right now, But don't crash, even you are next one.
The plays, they are real. That was a nice way to go out gunning from Haku. And
but the speed is too slow,
It really is.
Yeah, he can fly further.
It's all right. So, I mean, this game is essentially over. It's 99% over. It's just that we're waiting for those T1 Cunninghams to get, basically taken out of the game. But there is still a pretty good shot at taking this as a draw if Milk Tea doesn't get spotted here.
But it's still a loss, right?
Yeah, essentially. Wait, he's been
Finally,
spotted.
he was spotted.
Yeah. He's trying to return fire as he can, but I don't see that happening. Yeah, another T1 Cunningham going in, trying to get the hits from the side here. All right, so I think Night Eagles did their best. They did things the way they should have tried to do it, and they did it in the most viable method. It's just that I feel like maybe they didn't pile in on those 2 T-32s appropriately, right? Where's the armor?
That's the right way.
Where's the
No, that's okay.
I don't mean hitting them from behind. I mean like hitting them. Well, of course, hitting them from behind, but I mean like getting in front or getting behind them from in front of them. Does that make sense? Like going for the front with maybe the 2 AMX 1390s and then the T-32s. And then just focusing fire from there. It just looks like it took them too long to get them out.
Yeah,
it took them too much time to get them out.
Yeah, let you not do that very nice. I mean, focus fire. And in the beginning, one M13 show up on hill and got a lot of fire, got a lot of punishment. If he do not get so many punishment, maybe 3 or 2, 4 hit point M13 can reach the mission, I think. But one of them is almost done. He cannot do the flanking because of if you one shot one time, and you cannot flank.
Right.
Everybody gonna shoot you first.
I mean that was really apparent, to be perfectly honest. I mean he couldn't just go out there, and I think that's another critical factor that played into this game.
Yep.
So closing thoughts for this one? Anyone? No.
Yep.
Well, I mean, if we examine the situation now that we are in, that means we've had 2 3-0s now. Intense Honking comes out 3-0 over Gas plus 90.
Somewhat like the old team versus the new team, It's really quite a gouge there, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, experienced, old dogs are really showing their might in this. And let's see, I'm thinking, is NVIDIA Aces going to be a 3-0 clean sweep? Do you guys think it is?
No.
We're talking about the
two
Immortals.
top teams there,
Well, yeah, but I mean, Elong is going to have to deal with some really high ping because they're playing from China, mostly, right?
Actually, we have a couple members from China, but they use some software to accessorate Not that good, but it's acceptable. You know,
Right.
like pin like 150, and then the Elon team they got the Cuban car. Do you know the Cuban car? The
Cuban
tournament, yeah, they're gonna fly to Cuban car, the headquarters of the World Cup in there.
In
Yeah.
China?
No, in Russia.
Oh, in Russia.
Yeah.
Okay. My
So
bad. Wow.
they beat the Immortal, they beat the 10 efficiency, they beat everyone in the C server and they win the champion.
Wow, I mean,
Yeah.
phew, I did not see that. No one told me about that, but I heard about that cup. And in fact, if I remember correctly, one guy from DPS is actually going to go to Kopinka as well to do commentary on that tournament in English, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure about that, but like Elon is a really nice team. They are. I say that before. They are somewhat a semi-professional team. Like a part-time job, but they practice 4 hours and they play random people.
And they're salaried too.
Yeah, they
get
gotta
paid to play the game. They get paid to be the best. Or at least try. So let's see how this set between APAC-ASIA and Elon goes after this short break.